Hey guys, I'm John. I'm the head technician over at Magnum Bikes, and today we're going to be looking at the Magnum Navigator. So this is the Magnum Navigator. Features 27.5 inch by 2.35 tires. It's got a suspension front fork with 80 millimeters of travel. Has a lockout and it has a preload adjustment. Fully integrated front headlight, battery operated rear light, front and rear fenders. Comes with a nice little rack here with a bungee to strap all your stuff down. Reflectors as well in the tire and on the rack. Features the C7 display, which is the most premium display in the Magnum lineup. Shows all your information, has 2 trip meters, an odometer, and the time that you've been riding. Shows your speed, what level of pedal assist you're in, battery readout in bars, and the actual voltage, which is really nice. It's a way to get a way more accurate reading on your state of charge on your battery. This bike has Tektro hydraulic brakes, which are really nice. It's the best in stopping power. It also has a it also has a throttle that you can use with or without pedal assist. The bike features a toolless adjustable stem, which is really nice. Let's see if I could do it with one hand. The bike uses a single chainring up front with an 8-speed freewheel in the back with a Shimano Acera derailleur. For brakes, it has a 180 millimeter rotor up front and a 160 millimeter rotor in the rear. The bike uses a 48 volt, 12 amp hour battery, and you can see that it is fully integrated in the frame, so it's really nice aesthetically. And the battery can be removed with this key. It's a nice folding key. So it's really easy to remove the battery. Just put the key in here, turn it, and the battery pops out. The battery can be charged either on or off the bike. So it's really nice if you're going to work and you want to take the battery in with you and let it charge under your desk or something like that. Or you could just leave it on the bike and charge it in your garage. The bike features a Cella Royale saddle with a 350 millimeter suspension seat post to suit people of all heights. 27.5 by 2.35 CST tires. They're nice. They could be used between 40 and 65 PSI, so they could be run at a lower pressure for when you're going off-road, doing some light trails by your house, and they could be pumped up to 65 when you're going to be doing a lot of paved riding. The bike has a quick release up front, just a standard quick release skewer. So taking the front wheel off is really easy. Anybody can do it. You simply unclamp the front skewer and loosen it up, and that front wheel pops right off. So this bike is perfect for somebody who mainly does a lot of road riding, but occasionally likes to take it off-road. Say if you're going to a campground or you want to do some light off-roading. So this tread pattern is great for hard-packed trails, and it's also great that it's not going to wear down when riding it on the street. Okay, the drivetrain uses a single speed chainring up front, has a 8-speed freewheel in the rear, has a Shimano Acera derailleur, also has a nice derailleur guard right here in case you hit anything. It'll protect the derailleur from getting damaged. The bike has nice leather hand grips, really nice ergonomics. They're definitely a premium hand grip, really comfortable. Complements the Cella Royale seat. It's a really comfortable saddle. The seat post is a 350 millimeter suspension seat post to suit a variety of rider heights. I'm 6'1" and I fit on this bike perfectly. So this frame is really nice. It's got a nice low step design, so it's easy to get on and off of. The battery is fully integrated into the frame, so it's really nice aesthetically. It's a 48 volt, 12 amp hour battery. And you can see it just sits in the frame super nice. The motor is a 500 watt DOS kit hub motor. Gives you plenty of power, plenty of torque. This motor is capable of propelling a rider up to 25 miles an hour with pedal assist and up to 20 miles an hour with throttle alone. And that is controlled by the display here. And to turn it on, you simply want to press the power button for about 1 second. That'll turn on. Up here, it'll show you all your information, what pedal assist level you're in, which can be adjusted here. 0 is like a normal bike. 1 is the lowest level, all the way up to 6, which will be the most amount of power. It has 2 trip meters, an odometer, and time riding. It also shows you your speed in real time. It has a battery readout, battery gauge, and that number above is actually a more accurate battery voltage gauge, so you can know exactly the state of charge of your battery. It has an 8-speed trigger shifter. Your thumb will make it go into an easier gear, and your index finger will shift it into a harder gear. You have to shift these while pedaling though, like a standard bike. All right, moving along the handlebars, we have hydraulic disc brakes, which are really great at stopping the bike powerfully and confidently. The brakes feature a brake cutoff, which is a little electronic signal that gets sent to the controller. So when you're pulling this, it cuts all power. I can't do it, but if I do this, it'll cut all power once you hit the brakes. So you could rest assured that you're not going to accidentally propel yourself into danger. So this throttle is a modulated throttle, so it recreates having like a gas pedal. You could just pedal a little bit, and you could actually walk with the bike by just putting a little bit of pressure on the throttle. It's not an on-off switch. And last but not least, another little safety feature on here is the bell. All right, so this bike generally is great out of the box. Okay, so one of the great things about this bike is that it's super upgradable and totally customizable. For one thing I might do is I would probably replace this light and put a higher powered light on it, because I do a lot of night riding. I might look into upgrading the suspension fork. While this is a nice Suntour, nice name brand one, you know, I could upgrade it to a higher end one for sure. Another thing you might want to look into is finding a saddle that another thing you might want to consider is finding a saddle that fits your exact body type and riding style. I might opt for a seat post with more suspension. And for taller riders, you might need a longer seat post. You might need a 400 to 450 millimeter. And the rear light, I would probably upgrade. It's gonna be fine for the vast majority of riders. You could definitely get one with a rechargeable battery inside, and one that has features like strobing or flashing and just a brighter overall light. The bike retails at $23.50, which is a great price for a bike with these quality components, and which I'd like to go into now. So I'm 6 foot and this bike fits me pretty perfectly. I could see this bike fitting a variety of riders, probably between 5'3" and 6'6", depending on your body type. If you got longer legs, shorter legs, that's going to affect it. But for me, I feel like this bike fits me really good. So the reason why we brought this into our lineup was aesthetically, it's a really sleek design. It's really cutting edge design with the battery fully integrated into the frame. It's a really nice looking bike. It's got a really nice, easy step through design, so riders can get on and off it nice and easy. The larger tire size Makes it a much more capable bike than our Metro. All right, so it's nice and easy to shift between pedal assist levels. Right between 0. The large tires take a lot of the road noise out. And overall, it's just a nice, smooth bike. I like the larger frame, feels more confidence inspiring than riding on a small bike. All right, let's take it off road a little bit. Phone's ringing. I'm gonna wait for the phone to stop ringing. There we go. So this bike is really smooth. It feels kind of like a mountain bike. Oh, watch out, duckies. So this is where having these bigger tires really pays off, is riding on this rough, hard packed trail. Handles it no problem. There's plenty of power here to go up and down these hills. So Magnum gives you a pretty generous 1-year warranty that covers the bike from manufacturer defects. And so that covers the display, pretty much anything electronic, the battery, the motor, the controller. It doesn't cover things like wear and tear on your tires, flat tires. Normal wear and tear it's not going to cover, like brake pads. But if there's something that's defective, it will be covered. And some things to keep in mind to keep your bike running smoothly and to avoid problems. What I would recommend is, if you're ever going to be transporting your bike, take the battery off of the bike. You don't want to transport the bike with the battery on there. There could be a lot of shaking, a lot of vibrating, and you just don't want that to be jarring loose or to causing any undue maintenance. Another benefit is that it's actually going to make the bike a little bit lighter and easier to transport. So just good habit is to take the battery off every time you're transporting it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video of the Magnum Navigator. Make sure you wear your helmet when you're out riding, and we'll see you next time.